What's up, guys? I'm the Midwest Man Mountain, not a real mountain, and today we're making a small maple box. You stay tuned. I'm Christopher, the Midwest Man Mountain, and I believe that woodworking and gardening are two of the best ways to be sustainable, creative, and achieve a sense of purpose. Thank you for watching. That opening speech is an homage to the Woodworking Junkie, the collaborator on this video, in contrast to my usual hello friends. So today we are building this very small but elegant maple box with walnut splines. It is about 1/4 inch thick. Let's get started. For materials today, I've got this 3/4 inch piece of rough sawn maple and some leftover walnut scrap, which I think will contrast nicely with each other. So before I get working on this very heavy piece of wood, I'm going to resaw it into more manageable slices.
What did the termite ask when he walked into the bar?
Where's the bartender? For more information on how to resize a piece of wood like this, check out the companion video here or the link in the description below. I made that video particularly because I needed to resaw a whole bunch of wood, so lots of good information there. Why does this greenish soft hardwood have a lot of friends?
Because it's poplar.
Well, now we're done with sanding, and I've got to say, I think this is my least favorite activity. Just look at all this fine particulate matter. I'm very thankful to have my RZ Industries masks. Anyways, this was a piece that was left over from a project that I did for the holidays, and I think this will serve well if I need an extra top or bottom. And these two that I
Nope.
These two that I bookmarked.
No.
Let's see. Something like this. They turned out nice, but I'm wondering if they're going to be too thin. I'm almost afraid that they're going to warp in time. We will see.
Why do woodworkers dislike drilling holes?
Because it's the boring part. I'm going to glue this up with a real fancy masking tape trick. Do try this at home. Flash forward to the next morning. The glue has dried. I have a sore throat and I'm getting ready to go to work. Anyways, glue's dried on this, looks fine. There are a few slight cracks. Let's see, or not cracks, but you see that there's a little bit of a space, and it turns out it's a low point on this board from sanding that I hadn't considered. That's okay. I think when this is trimmed off, I'll be able to fill that with some putty, or we'll be able to make up for it somehow. But either way, now I'm going to try out my brand new flush trim router bit. I'm nervously excited. Did you hear about the woodworker who died when he fell into a vat of varnish?
Yeah, it was a terrible end, but a beautiful finish.
There we are now. This was worth getting up a little bit earlier for. I've got all these splines in, and then off camera I put on some wood putty, you can see right there, to fill in the cracks. Nothing fancy, just wood filler by Elmer's. So in this case it paid to be up early. I'm not going to be home for probably 12 hours until after 7:30 tonight from work, so that'll give this plenty of time to dry, and then we can cut off those splines and sand everything smooth. Alrighty, now it's 13 hours later, and the glue has had plenty of time to dry. These are nice and solid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flush trim saw to each of these splines and just gently cut them off flush with the face of this box. If you don't have one of these, you can use a coping saw or any other kind of saw, really with varying degrees of difficulty. I was just pleased to have picked this one up for a whopping 10 bucks, and it suits my needs perfectly.
Did you hear about the guy at the sawmill who had the whole left side of his body cut off?
Don't worry, he's all right. Guys, please, if you haven't already, be sure to check out the Woodworking Junkie and subscribe to his channel. He puts out a lot of funny and really good woodworking content all the time. And there you have it. Just like that, this project is done. I had a lot of fun with this. Thank you so much to the Woodworking Junkie for collaborating with me. I had a lot of fun making this. So a couple things that I want to note. These corners came together really well, much better than I was expecting. As I was making those 45-degree angles, I noticed some of the ends kind of curved like this, and I wasn't sure if it was an optical illusion or if it was something wrong with the wood. And I think it's because that 1/4 inch was so thin that it did bow slightly, but they came together really well when I clamped them and kind of forced that into place. Some other little defects, since we're pointing out things. Take a look at this bottom of the spline here. You see my blade is an alternating tooth blade instead of something that is flat, so it causes those kind of like pointy mountain ends there. Not Midwest Man mountain ends, but mountainous ends. That's okay. You know, it's got kind of a nice effect. I really like working with this wood that is lighter, about 1/4 inch instead of 3/4 inch. This whole thing is about 5 inches wide, 2.5 inches deep, and 3 inches tall. And I think it's going to make a cute trinket box. You know, if you've got like a piece of jewelry you want to give somebody, or some tea bags you want to line inside there, or who knows what else. Listen to how nice of a sound this produces. That's got a nice ring to it. I really like it. Alternative uses to small boxes. They can be percussion instruments. So have you built anything like this, similar in size or similar in material or similar in purpose? What have you done for splines or making corners like this or sealing a top and using a flush trim bit? I'm interested to know. Please be sure to let me know in the comments section down below. While you're here, I hope you will like, share, and subscribe. There's hundreds of videos, you're bound to like something, and I have a Patreon page if you'd like to contribute directly to what you see as well. Thanks to all of my patrons who make this work possible. So, be sure to check out part 2 here or down in the description and see what Alan makes of this. And until next time, bye!